Hello, welcome back to Access Granted, mine and Dave's show.
Yeah,
which this week has two guests, Holly and Rob.
Hey guys.
We're at Gamescom, so this is going to be. We wanted to make sure that we came out with an Access Granted today. This is our last day at Gamescom. It's been a fun week, but so we just wanted to kind of round up. It's going to be a bit different to normal. Maybe not quite so many comments. Dave, your flashy graphics are back in the office.
Yeah, they are.
So no one's going to see them, but we are going to read out the comments, and we're going to start now. Actually, just a little bit of feedback to last week's show, which I wasn't on.
Right.
So there were obviously, I mean, predictably,
The mystery
guest, pixelated Rob. Some people, lots of people, Josh Knott included. I picked up on Josh Knott's comment. Turn the PES difficulty up.
What?
That's what they said.
On easy?
It's got a difficulty setting.
What was the score against Barcelona?
6-2.
Right, and that's a regular score against Barcelona, is it?
No.
Oh, is it not possible?
Maybe we're just quite good at it.
It's
on 4-star difficulty.
4-star.
4-star.
Oh, actually, that's pretty good.
It's fine. Usually I'll play on 5-star, but playing co-op.
Playing with Dave.
Tone it
Playing
down.
co-op makes it harder because you're not, you're on different wavelengths. You've got to communicate with another person, so put it on 4-star for co-op.
Co-op makes it harder because you've got to drag Dave with you.
I'm playing on 8-star. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Like,
I
they
see.
don't even have that.
Yeah, you double whatever stars are there.
Maybe he's right. Maybe he's right. I think when new PES comes along and we start our new Master League, inevitably we'll up it.
Ramp it up.
We'll ramp it up
to
and see what
5.
happens. We'll do it.
Wanna win me a car? Wanna mess a noobs up? Going hard for the lows? Cause I'm telling you my squad goals.
This is a very quick squad goals, and considering that build-up, it's going to be that big video
This is
that
it,
we've
yeah.
just seen.
That jingle.
Do you know, one of the nicest things that people have ever accidentally said to me is loads of people think that was Dan Bull, who's
Yeah,
a
I know.
really talented rapper. That was me.
They didn't think that.
I really hope they didn't. And if you did, I'm really sorry. No, it's just me being an idiot in my
Sarcasm
in my
doesn't
house.
come across so well
On the
written
internet.
It's my
down,
fault
does
for
it?
sending you that PlayStation cap. I found
I know.
this really old PlayStation cap. Next thing I know, they're wearing like.
Yeah, exactly.
You should have been. We'll refilm that with you, Holly. It'll be much better. One squad goal this week. We can't really do a four. We've just been at Gamescom. That was our aim this week.
Yes.
And we've done it. We're here. But Euphion, I can make a young. I don't know if it's a man or a young lady.
Yeah.
My squad goals are to be mentioned in squad goals.
Wow.
Euphion.
That just happened.
It's done. There we go.
We've never had a squad goal achieved whilst
We've
in
never had a squad goal
goals.
achieved.
No,
Yeah, well,
Full
true.
stop.
That first
That's
squad
also
goal has
true.
ever been
Yeah.
achieved on Access.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
Get
well
you can
done.
get a
Congratulations.
trophy for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only bronze though. You should have done this more often.
Just imagine it up there.
So this week, one of the main things we're going to talk about stuff that we've seen at Gamescom, what we've enjoyed. Some comments, though, for everybody to enjoy. I've been through the comments.
I do love the comments.
We haven't had loads of time. This is one from... So one of the first things we did, Rob and Dave came out a bit early.
Yeah.
You guys saw the Mafia 3.
Yeah, we did. The Mafia 3.
The
It's
Mafia
Mafia 3.
They saw... Yeah, it's the real Mafia.
Yeah.
And then the game later.
Yeah.
Alpha Devil says, "Lol, I cannot get over the fact they can't take eyes off each other. They are like deep staring into each other's eyes, especially the one in green." Which one was that?
You was wearing? You were in
me.
the Psycho Mantis t-shirt.
It was
wasn't
me,
you?
yeah.
He is like, "I can't take my eyes off you."
Yeah.
That's
I only have eyes for you, Rob.
It's the ultimate bromance. It's quite frankly.
People are starting to notice.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
it
I'm
just
not
a
on camera
veiled
that much.
criticism? Look at the camera when you're presenting.
Some people did say look at the camera when you're presenting, but it's hard, because Rob is so charismatic.
It's like me going. So Rob, what did you think of Mafia 3?
I thought it was excellent, Holly.
Wonderful.
That is a good demonstration of why it's why
We talk to each other
why
all
it's
the
gonna be
time. It doesn't quite feel right.
There's probably a middle ground.
Yeah,
But
I sort of asked
who
my
knows?
questions.
staring there,
to
just off into that bush.
yeah.
See Cam.
In
Just
more
rotating.
serious, lots of people were kind of saying that they were a bit sad the 40s and 50s setting had gone, and then some other people were quite excited about 70s setting.
Yeah. Personally, I was
Reaction.
really, really excited because that setting, I think, is very traditionally
1968, isn't
associated with those older times have already been sort of seen, and this is a completely new time for games, really. And
Yeah.
just honestly, when you're walking around with the music, particularly, it's just a new kind of experience, and I found it really exciting.
Some people were saying it was going to be like Vice City Stories, but on PS4. That would be yes, please.
Nothing wrong with that. That's
That
quite
would,
good.
that would be great. That would be. Someone else said, weirdly on this video, Nathan Thompson, "What superpower would you give to your worst enemy? I'd give them the power of unflashable poos." Unflushable poos. Not unflashable poos. I don't even know what that is. And then hashtag 301 Club. Which we're going to have to talk about in a minute.
We have a little talk about that, kids. We've got some bad news.
And then, so I guess I'm going to start talking now about my, what I enjoyed most this week. I'm going to go down the line, only because I've got a comment to talk about it as well.
Okay.
And that was Holly and I saw Dark Souls 3, which is obviously the best thing I've seen this week. And we were talking about it yesterday. It's kind of reached that level. I know I'm going to play that game. I'm really excited about it. And now, from now on, really, I'm not sure I want to know anymore. I just know I'm going to play it.
Yeah, it's like I'm in, so now I'm out until it comes out, and then I'm in
until
again.
It's here.
This game is so deep anyway. Like, what makes Dark Souls great is the fact that you have to put something in to get something out of them. They don't just put it all out there in front of you. So if you really want to know Dark Souls, you've got to put some incredible time in.
It's true, yeah. There's not too much they can show you that's probably going to give anything away.
Yeah.
But at the same time, just come out now. Just come out.
Yeah, just hurry. And nice comment from Tim McConey maybe. It's good to see Bloodborne inspiring this game a bit. These combat arts sound like a good way for me to jump in, as I like to be aggressive. I've only played Demon Souls and Bloodborne, but the latter was much more exciting to me because of the combat alone, so I might pick this up. And I think that's true. I think it is going to be a bit more fast-paced and a bit less kind of snail with a
Well, they've said they've made all the main characters quicker, so any of the classes you pick all feel quicker anyway, and that's just to help people a little bit more.
They can't help but have had some ideas and learned some things from doing Bloodborne, and that are obviously going to sort of permeate through to Dark Souls. So
Maybe that's one of them. Being on Bloodborne as well as on Dark Souls 3.
I know what you're talking about. I still play Bloodborne at snail's pace. It's just me playing Bloodborne.
Back to the bonfire. Back to
Nicholas Nagawiecki, I believe that's a Polish name. Holly is extremely underutilized on this channel. She's so professional, which I agree with. And that is, again, like, I guess we get new subscribers all the time. So it's worth pointing out, Holly works at PlayStation's offices in London, and we're at the Yogscast offices in Bristol. So we don't often get to see Holly, but it's great. And this week's been really good. She's been in loads of videos.
They let me go out the office, and it's nice, and I get to see you all.
And then she shows us up by being really professional. It's,
Just because I take notes, and everyone thinks if you take notes you're really professional. Really, I'm just writing the words Delson Rodent over and over again.
Delson Rodent, lol, badger,
lol, badger.
And Danny Dowling, it was this struck me as funny because it was about 2 comments underneath that. Nathan, when he's thinking about stuff, is like, super serious, lol. So thanks for that.
I love all the lols in the comments this week.
No, we're making people laugh one way or the other. Okay, and that's it really from Dark Souls 3 and the comments. Dave, what did you enjoy this week? Surprise everybody.
I saw lots of things, but I really enjoyed Star Wars. Star Wars. It's really good, yeah.
It's like John Williams in his orchestra. Right here.
I got to play the new Fighter Squadron mode, and yes, Nath, I got to fly the Millennium Falcon.
And it's worth saying that. Why did you get to do that? Because you were quite good, and then.
No, I would like to say that was the truth. It's just because, like Walker Assault, it's like a random drop on the floor that you have to find and pick up.
Right.
So not on the ground, but just above the ground.
Object,
yeah.
I just said. I walked in and they said, "You're most like Han Solo. you get to fly."
They call me Handsome Solo.
Whoa!
But no, it was brilliant. I wasn't especially good at it, and I didn't get to try out the first-person mode because I just forgot. I was just enjoying third-person. I sat down and thought, I'm definitely going to go first-person.
Holly's
and then I was just
professional.
like, I'm in an X-wing. I'm in the Millennium Falcon.
I did first-person in a TIE fighter.
Yeah.
And it went, oh, this is good, dead.
First person makes me feel a bit queasy. I get a little tiny bit motion sickness from quite nippy first person stuff, so I tend to go for
evading in first person in a TIE fighter.
Do you know there was a?
Oh mate, I'd be green.
I mean, talking about being professional. We're jaded. Industry veterans. Me and Dave walked onto the show floor. There was a life-size TIE fighter.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's a
Can we touch it? Can we get in it?
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's the answer to both of those questions.
Well, I'm very excited about it anyway. It's just visually stunning. There's 20 aircraft on each team, 10 player controlled, 10 AI. So it's a massive battle in the skies, and you're flying, up, down, left, right. It's not like on a plane. Obviously, it's vertical as well through clouds.
There are
it
those
just
moments
looks incredible.
where you just dive through clouds. And just all of a sudden, there'll just be grids of fire going across, and you're just flying.
Laser
through
fire.
It,
exactly.
And just exploding aircraft just go right past you. The music from the films is playing.
Honestly, I think I could play
cool.
a blank screen with that music and still think I was having an amazing time.
But yes, unsurprisingly,
So
Star Wars Battlefront.
Holly,
Excellent.
what about you?
It wasn't actually a game I played. I interviewed Tabata-san for Final Fantasy 15.
Had to get that in there, didn't you?
Me and Rob are both massive Final Fantasy fans.
Go to sleep, you two.
Yeah.
We can just switch off.
But I'm going to talk to Rob now instead. He was amazing. he was just so charismatic, and we spoke about the trailer because some of the Final Fantasy fans weren't terribly thrilled with the trailer they put at Gamescom. They wanted more, they wanted the release date. He was incredible. He was so open, and as a Final Fantasy fan, getting to sit there with someone who's making the next kind of main Final Fantasy is just, it was really nice. He was a lovely man.
Yeah.
And I got a Final Fantasy lanyard.
Important. And we're going to, I think you guys are filming like a bit of more of an in-depth reaction to that, which should be up on the channel.
Because it wasn't on camera, so what I did, I wrote everything the man wrote. I was like, when you're trying to look up and be polite, but at the same time write everything he's saying.
Scribble.
We're going to kind of go through all that. So hopefully for Final Fantasy fans, it's like a nice bit of insight into how this man's thinking and working, which when you've been waiting for Final Fantasy 15 this long, I think...
For 10 years. That's what it feels like. Not 10
I have
years.
opinions on that, but...
7.
Yeah.
What are they talking about?
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, this is our show. Rob,
Sounds good though.
what did you like? That's my question.
I really liked Lego Dimensions.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
What, this is
Specifically
surprising.
the Doctor Who stuff, because
Yeah.
I really like Doctor Who, and they've done a really cool thing with Doctor Who in Lego Dimensions where, when your character dies in Lego, they just pop back to life. When you die as the Doctor, he pops back to life as the next Doctor.
Okay, that is pretty
all
good.
12
Okay.
Doctors are in it.
Aren't there 13?
13 and John Hurt's War Doctor is in it.
Oh, okay.
So he's
Wow.
in there. So 12 and him.
Nice.
So yeah.
Does that mean and 12 includes
all of them?
the McGann? Paul McGann.
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's officially
In.
Doctor Canon.
He's
So
canon.
he's in there, yeah. So you start as Peter Capaldi, and then you die, and you go back to Doctor Number 1
Wow.
from the 60s.
I love that.
And you can also go inside the TARDIS, and depending on which incarnation of the Doctor you are, the inside of the TARDIS changes to match that. So when you're the first Doctor, the inside
That's
of the
like
TARDIS
amazing.
is black and white.
Why isn't it just Lego Doctor Who?
I know.
Yeah, well, actually,
Oh,
why
it's
isn't
great.
it just Lego Doctor Who?
I've got to be honest.
When he's
I,
fighting Cybermen with Batman and Gandalf.
I've got no interest.
Actually, that makes me itchy. I'm not sure.
I've got no interest in Doctor Who whatsoever. But I got.
Get in
Alright,
the lake.
Dave.
Get in the lake.
No, but if there's more. I got a massive kick out of it too. It's so good to go in the TARDIS.
Get in the
Sure.
lake.
The black and white TARDIS is the best one.
It was
Definitely.
great. It was
So-
so good.
Thank you for watching stuff with us last week. Now it will be, because this is obviously a Monday feature, and this is the Friday of Gamescom, and we're gonna have loads more. I guess the thing is, like, some of the about probably less than half of the coverage from Gamescom goes
Yeah.
live during Gamescom. So probably for the next 2 weeks, loads more coming up.
At
So if
least
there's
one
anything you
week.
wanted to see,
At
was
least
saying,
a
yeah.
whole week of
At
like
least a
3
whole
videos
one
a day.
They've got the skills to know when it's time to watch our next video. They're the ones we love. 301 Club. Better than the comments above. 301.
so what does this mean, Dave?
We've been scarpered by YouTube.
Why have
What
they
are we,
done
like
this?
4 episodes in?
I know,
and this
man.
happens.
Well, so I mean,
It's been years.
I feel like they've
We've
been watching.
standard
think so.
for years.
you've made this a thing. So that was obviously Dave's beautiful 301 Club song. And Delsin and his unnamed friend were playing instruments there.
Evil Delsin.
So now YouTube have made it so that the 301 counter doesn't really stop at 301 anymore. It just keeps going.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a think about this.
Well, I think that this makes the 301 Club even more elite because
It-
now
well, true.
there's still a tiny bit of
There was
confusion
some
sometimes
confusion.
where people are like,
Yeah.
it says 301, so I'm in the club.
Yeah, you
No,
were.
you were
you're
not.
in a good club. You're in a great
Yeah.
club.
Not in the club though.
We love you, but
You're
you're
in
not
the
in the
plus club.
301 club. So
Yeah.
now I think it stands. If you,
So
if
you know what? Because it still goes up to 301.
It does.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
and then goes
But
past
then
it.
it goes past it, so you're going to really know this
And it-
time if you're in the club or not.
And we should say we know as well. Like we are actually in the video waiting for it to go
You
to
can't
301.
fool us by writing 301 Club.
Yeah, like
You could put maybe Dave.
Maybe
After 5 days, I'm in the 301 Club.
Yeah.
Left 15 minutes ago. No, you're not.
So we'll see. Well, I will have a proper thing when we get back to the office, I think. But I mean, it is a good song. So we don't just want to get rid of the song.
But do we have
the only reason
a
to stay.
king or queen for this week?
No. We had. This has just been. You know, the
My
state
God.
has been. We couldn't crown. This is a constitutional crisis. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
We couldn't crown a king under these. We couldn't throne anybody.
Vive
Yeah.
la révolution.
Dave, more importantly, where's the other song you were supposed to make?
What?
Yeah.
Well, you
You-
all went
over-
away.
all the comments
It's
said-
coming.
And as soon as we
Do
went
it,
away, you
Dave.
just
It's,
didn't
it's
bother.
coming. I had
There
to.
were so
I had
many
to do
comments.
2 people's work. All right, it's coming. You can't
Okay.
just do a song. I'm not Dan Bull.
Comments. No, you can't. You're right.
No,
I
you're
tried there. Okay.
It's time to badger the badger. If you've got a question, then here we go. As long as the answer is yes or no.
So, that was good. That's back.
Yeah.
I
Or is it?
I
I'm
love the
confused.
fact that if you just listen to what everybody wants, we'd never get anywhere. It's like, let's do Badger the Badger. Yeah. Actually, I don't like Badger the Badger. Take it out. Bring back Badger the Badger.
Nelson's been sad all week because he's real.
He's been in a cupboard and hasn't come with us to Germany.
That's
But
true.
we
Why
did take him to Los Angeles.
That's true,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, I think he was worried about getting made into a sausage.
Yeah.
But that's it. So that's it from Gamescom. That's it from Access Granted this week. Thank you very much. What do we have coming up on the channel this week, everybody else?
Well, all of Gamescom.
Lots of
Still.
Gamescom
Loads
stuff.
of Gamescoms.
We've seen so many things that we haven't had time to mention.
Seen Dying Light, Final Fantasy,
Yeah, Square Enix games.
Broken Sword.
Homefront, Assassin's
Warner
Creed.
Brothers games.
Yeah,
I'm just doing
Assassins.
publishers. Lots of games.
Mad
Yeah.
man. Dave's doing it by appointment.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave. That's really
Dave's
good.
got his spreadsheet
New
out.
pairs
New
on the
pairs.
channel.
And there is, I believe, you have a Friday feature ready to go for this Friday, Rob.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's do you
No,
remember
no,
the
people
title?
don't
No,
like
say
this.
it,
No
do it.
spoilers.
I
Never
can't
say the
remember where we
title.
were. Didn't we?
Me
Did we
too.
put that out there?
So thank you for being with us
Goodness
this
me.
week. Do make sure you leave tons of comments and likes because it makes me and Dave really, really happy.
You're like
Yeah.
Tinkerbell. You can't survive without applause.
Exactly, yeah. And we're tired this week because this show's been quite hard and it will make us feel much better about it. So thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel and we'll see you soon.